And we are joined by Texas Congressman and co-chairman of the House DOGE Caucus, Pete Sessions. Congressman, it's great to see you. I was watching the hearing. What was your takeaway from the first hearing? And do you think anything got accomplished from both sides, including the Democratic side? Boy, oh boy.
Rita, thank you very much and good morning. And to all those Musketeers that are out watching faithfully as the Republicans work with the administration, not only on vetting the things that have been occurring in our government, but joining with the free enterprise system to say, we've got to get workers back to work. The fight is on. It's on whether you're Jamie Dimon or whether you're Intel or Apple. Workers want to stay at home and they want to continue drawing benefits. But the bottom line is America needs people at work. So DOGE, through Elon Musk and the OMB, have gone into payment systems across the government. You heard Lee Zeldin, the brand new EPA secretary. You've heard Sean Duffy, the brand new transportation secretary, talk about the billions of dollars that they have discovered that were going to places that were not in the best interest, not just the taxpayer, but had been hidden from all of us because it was their own private stock of spending. I think that Marjorie Taylor Greene did a great job. I think that Democrats recognize that the closer to the target we get, we should expect more flack. I've got it, and the American people know this. This is why Donald Trump is skyrocketing above 55% of people who want and need America to win this battle.
You know, it is interesting because you're right. The American public is definitely with the president. And it seems incredible that you've got individuals who are elected to Congress who are fighting against saving taxpayer money. I mean, it is really ludicrous on its face. I love the Musketeers line, by the way, also, Congressman. That was a good one. Now, Democrats at the hearing, though, did seem to be laser focused, and their mission was to take down Elon Musk. Take a listen.
In the last Congress, Chairwoman Greene literally showed a pic in our oversight congressional hearing, so I thought I'd bring one as well. Now, this, of course, we know is President Elon Musk.
I'm upset about the guy that runs Twitter, who for sure is doing nefarious things.
Let me tell you, we do not work for an unelected billionaire like apparently this guy does. We work for the American people.
You know, the voice we just heard, by the way, the first one there was Congressman Robert Garcia. And then shortly after his comments, he goes on CNN, he doubles down. It really is amazing to hear. Why do you think they are so laser focused, obviously, on Elon Musk, when they seem to have been silent when it was Mark Zuckerberg donating to the Democrats and helping the Democrats? And also, I didn't hear them complaining about George Soros. Did you, Congressman?
No, I did not. But you see, we knew what the outcome would be by them. And we have a pretty good idea about what the outcome will be with Elon Musk. He is an entrepreneur that is unmatched and unparalleled, not only in America, but across the world. And you see, Elon Musk months ago described why he was into this, and that is he's invested billions of dollars of not only his investments, but also his employees to a system that would work. And he said he believes in the American system, and his idea of the American system is one of transparency, one to make sure that the right thing happens, and rule of law. And so those are the boundaries that he is operating in. We need him because he has specialists and people who are government contractors, just like so many others, who will show up at work and reveal the truth.
Yeah, you know, the anger, though, from the left, it seems to be getting more and more aggressive, more and more heightened. Look at this example being set by two of your colleagues in the House.
I've been told I have 30 seconds, so I am going to tell you that we do have to, I don't swear in public very well, but we have to Trump.
And I'll tell you, I'm from Jersey, so I look at it a little differently. Trump.
I mean, there's also anger. On one hand, it's lunacy, but I do worry, Congressman, that it's also insightful, too, and it's dangerous.
Well, sure it is. And as we know, the most dangerous people were those people who used what they claim was rule of law to try and put not just Donald Trump, but people like me in jail also. They tried to use a political process that's now known as lawfare, where they used the goods and services, the good name of the Department of Justice, or what was the name, and the good name of the FBI to use official resources. Meanwhile, they protected Joe Biden, they protected Hunter Biden, and now we're finding out, as Lee Zeldin very acutely laid out, $20 billion that after the election they were still trying to send to fleece the American people. So we better take our job seriously. This is not tiddlywinks. There is a lot to be won or lost right now, and I am so glad that Donald Trump has Elon Musk to begin this process of vetting payment processes. When I was at AT&T for 16 years, I well understood the power is where the money is and goes, and they're trying to fleece the taxpayer of the United States, and we're going to stand up against that. I am proud of being a Musketeer.
You know, and speaking of some of the big things that came out the week, it was, what, $80 million for luxury hotels for migrants in New York. Kristi Noem, the, of course, Secretary there of Homeland Security, put a stop to that, put a big break to that. I want to get your thoughts, because you're right there, of course, in Texas, Congressman, on Attorney General Pam Bondi's lawsuits, because she lodged one against Illinois, and then she also lodged one against New York. And it is for them failing to enforce federal immigration laws. There were some astounding things called the green light laws in New York. What is your reaction to this? Is this going to maybe change the tide with some of these sanctuary cities if they're now on the legal hot seat?
Well, we needed the Department of Justice to take a stand that was grounded in law, that was grounded in the ability of the American people and federal law enforcement and local law enforcement to work together, not just to see criminal gangs that are in this country, but people who have come to take advantage of the benevolence of the American people. And I think that we saw this highlighted most recently in a large way with the mayor and the governor of New York City, and the governor of New York, who welcomed people there, and they got not only more than what they wanted, but it put their city and state in a difficult circumstance. There is an end to this sanctuary city process, and I think that you're going to see that a system of abuse that's being talked about will not happen anymore. Last week, we began opening up a number of things, including a hearing about people who use our territories to bring people from around the globe to simply fraudulently take advantage of our system. You heard Lee Zeldin, our EPA administrator, talk about $20 billion, not millions, $20 billion, 1,000 times higher. You've heard Sean Duffy, our brand new transportation secretary, talk about a fleecing of federal funds that take place as we try and build a federal system that's good for everybody. These new administrators and secretaries are going to the same point, and that is follow the money that Joe Biden and his secretaries tried to use to fleece the American people.
Yeah, and I think, look, if he can save so much money, I think we'll all be Musketeers out there. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us from